We are talking about purpose, which is the biggest game changer in our lives. And not any purpose just, but the purpose of God. So today in this little video, I would like to address particularly something I've called Kickstarting Your Life of Purpose with God. When it comes to purpose, the main question is, how do you and I get started on our journey to find clarity of purpose from God? That's the main question people struggle with. Well, firstly, let me say it's about attitude. I believe that attitude is what determines everything when it comes to our journey in finding our purpose. I think also I would like to encourage you that we move our attitude from what's wrong with the world, an approach of fault finding and criticism, and maybe even being passive or just plain lazy. Sometimes we sit and we let the world go by and, well, we're busy with our own things. Let's change from that attitude to an attitude of being willing to serve God's purpose and being available for God to use us. So from fault finding, passivity, what's wrong with the world, to an attitude of, I'm willing to serve your purpose, God, and I am available. That attitude opens the way for us for the journey of purpose. So just in terms of our background, where we are, we've used Hannah and Samuel, the great prophet and judge of God, as a backdrop to guide us a bit on the path of journey. Because if there's somebody that lived with purpose, it was Samuel. But he was born, in a sense, from Hannah's heart. So if you want to go and read in the Bible 1 Samuel, chapters 1, 2, and into chapter 3, that's where we're kind of busy with at the moment. So from Samuel, the little boy that was given to the priest of that time, Eli, at the temple to serve there in the temple by his mother Hannah, I want to draw one or two examples of discovering our purpose. Little Samuel was in the temple serving God. As a little boy, he was running some errands and doing things in the temple. So firstly, if you want to discover your purpose in life from God, be at the right place. Be at a place where there's a God focus. Even if you work for this or that place, but be in your heart, inside, at a place where you are focused on the Lord more and more and more. And maybe make sure you run with the right people. People that have a godly focus and that live with purpose already. That's the right place to be. Secondly, just note this, that little Samuel started to serve. He served God in the temple. He had an attitude of servanthood. And he got involved with something that could make a positive difference. They served the nation of Israel in the temple. So I want to say this, what I glean from that is, in our journey towards godly purpose, don't wait for the big moment, but rather just start to serve where you can. Find some place where you can add some value and begin to serve. Because you see, that attitude of willingness to serve is what God is looking for. Just to remind you that you can't steer a stationary bicycle. Once you start moving and pedaling, you can steer it. So my advice for you is, start doing something. Get involved somewhere to do something good, something godly, something that can make a difference. Serve in a soup kitchen. Go to your church and say, where can I serve? That's starting to pedal the bicycle, and God will take it up from there. Don't wait for the big thing where an angel appears and say, you've got to go on a mission trip somewhere. That could follow. But start like little Samuel, just to serve. That's where God met him. Then this part of the background was that Eli's two sons, the priest of the day, Hophni and Phinehas, were failing miserably in their duties to serve with their father. And I learned something from that the failure of others and even their sin, instead of us again finding reason for criticism, but we can use that as an opportunity to serve and demonstrate our ability and availability to God and to make a difference. So don't let the failures of others and the sin of others keep you back, and focus on that. Use that as an opportunity to serve God and His purpose. That was the backdrop of Samuel, launching him into God's purpose. And he used his serving to kickstart His purpose. So right place, right attitude, and daring to serve will get you kickstarted in terms of finding your godly purpose. So Lord, please guide each one of us to just be in the right place. Help us with our attitude to be one of willingness and availability to You, and to start serving what our hand finds for us to do, and entrust the rest to You. In Jesus' name, amen.